before digital perfection became a default setting, we learned to trust imperfection as proof of humanity. A handwritten letter with smudged ink carried the weight of its author's presence. The grain in an old photograph was evidence that something real had once existed. We built cultures around these flaws, seeing them not as mistakes, but as authenticity's signatures. Barthers called this detail in a photo the punctum, the thing that pricks us, the tiny imperfection that whispers, "This is how." We learn to recognize the human in the imperfect. A voice with stutter or crack carried more emotion than perfect diction. An oil painting that looked like it had been rushed felt warmer, more alive than one that seemed calculated. These flaws became trust markers, proof of process, presence, and intent. We didn't just want art, we wanted evidence of its making. But here's the problem. When machines start mimicking these imperfections at scale, they begin to rewrite our understanding of what feels human.
The earliest computers were not mere machines, but extensions of human intellect, relentless mechanical calculators that laid the groundwork for a digital revolution we are.
The early days of computer music revealed something strange. Perfection became a liability. MIDI allowed machines to replicate human performance, but with robotic precision. So engineers added humanization, slight delays, uneven timing, to make it feel more real. It was a glitch-turned feature. What does it mean when we program imperfection into our tools? We no longer trust the machine to be mechanical. We want it to bleed. Fast forward to social media, and we see the same impulse at work. Film grain overlays and vintage filters flood Instagram timelines, not just for nostalgia, but as trust signals in a world of polished lies. The rough edge is now a calculated aesthetic choice. These platforms sell authenticity like perfume, spritz generously, even if your content smells synthetic underneath. The spectrophotometer was once used to measure fabric shades with obsessive precision. Now, AI mimics that same relentless exactitude, but for art, not industry. It's no longer about measuring reality. It's about simulating it down to the last pixel of nostalgia. Perfection has been rebranded as authenticity, and algorithms are selling it in bulk.
Then to check dye and fabric colors and check them accurately and scientifically, there's the spectrophotometer. This instrument can detect and record more than 2 million different colors.
The moment TCHA became more than just a test for humans was the moment it revealed how far we'd let machines imitate us. What began as a simple challenge type these letters correctly to verify humanity evolved into something else entirely. It admitted that machines were not only learning our patterns, but also outpacing them. The twist. Bots adapted by making mistakes in clever ways. They inserted typos and used OCR tricks to mimic the erratic behavior of exhausted or distracted humans. This is its strategy. While detection systems sharpened their vision to spot synthetic voices, the attackers are getting smarter too. AI chatbots now deploy calculated spelling errors and grammatical quirks, like a teenager texting a friend, to slip past spam filters disguised as human users. What was once considered noise is now precision-guided mimicry. These aren't just bugs in the system. They're features designed to confuse the very logic meant to stop them. Neil Postman warned that television redefined truth through its own logic. Now, we live in a world where authenticity itself is being codified, where the algorithms decide what counts as real and what doesn't. As machines learn to spoof human flaws with increasing fidelity, they erode our ability to recognize the genuine article. The final irony: we begin to trust the system more than our own senses. What was once the soul of art, the mark of the artist, is now just another signal an algorithm can counterfeit. Chapter 40. The end of the real. If imperfection can be manufactured at scale, what does it mean for real things? This chapter questions whether we are approaching a world where trust in authenticity is no longer about truth but control.